Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am just sitting doing a little bit knitting, but I have a little video just to show you what I've been doing, what I've finished and what I'm going to be doing. So I will stop this video and start it again. Two more cardigans finished. This one's a 22-inch on the cable and the panels. You can see the panels, but it doesn't show the cables very well on this. So you have to get right close to it to see. And I decided, as there was different shades of blue and white, I put a white button, a denim button, navy button, then a white, denim and navy again. Wasn't sure whether to put all white or not, but then I thought that looks okay. So that's the 22, and there's the 24 finished. Yeah, you can see the cables show up okay. So that one is ready for me to print out the pattern, because I have all sizes done on that one now. And I have been knitting this one. I'm doing this one-handed because I'm holding my phone with one hand and it's a bit awkward. That's a 16-inch on, the same as the one, the pattern, the little cardigan, 18-inch I did for my friend. This is the 16-inch from the same pattern I'm doing. Not sure what I'm going to do, all sizes up to 24, just do up to 20, but whichever, it'll be another pattern when I get it sorted. This one is for Maria. I'm doing this one for Maria, the young girl at our bingo who's expecting a baby, and I think it's November, she said it was. So I'm going to do this little cardigan for her. That's just for to do the pattern, for to get the size out for the pattern, and I'll do a little hat with it. And I might do some little booties and some little mittens to go with it as well. Because I've never done any patterns for mittens or booties, actually done them. I've knitted plenty. And I did this, just trying out. Don't know that I can open this with one hand. Then a little bag for a little girl, go over the shoulder. I'll put that over my shoulder and it goes right underneath my arm, so it's just about right for a little girl. And I just made a small coaster with a flower one. I may do some more of these, a little bit green for the leaf, and it's got a bee, a bee for flowers, isn't it? Bees inside, and a popper fasten there. I've put just a popper to fasten it. I wasn't sure whether I could get the poppers to work on here because it is quite thick, but as it goes through just the wool part and not the material, it's good. So I may do one or two more of these like this and think of something you can put on for a little, boy, because flowers are not what little boys want, do they? And I wouldn't do any like I did the Minecraft or any other kind, because there could be copyright laws with those type of things, you know, from films and TV shows and things like that. So I'll just have to make something up myself as I go along. So that's what I've been doing lately. So that's what I've finished and what I'm busy doing, which is this little one at the moment. I need to count up the little I have to do now. There's like garter stitch parts in between here. I have to count. I have to do 9. I think about 9 on that one. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I want to the 8th one to get up to the armholes. That's how it's easy just to count them, because I just say what I do up to the armholes here and I count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's after the 9th one. I'm about to start the 10th one. That's what I do there. Oh, I'm shaping. It's easier to count the rows that way. Or to count the groups of rows anyway, that's what it is. So anyway, that's what I've finished, and I will now be able to write out the pattern for the cable and the panelled. Not sure what to actually call that one, you know, it's panels with cable. Just think of a name for panels and cables. Just call it panels and cables. But it'll be a 16-inch up to the 24-inch. That's what I've done in that one. I'll be able to write that out, and as soon as I put the two that I have finished, I'll put them down on some nice background thing, and for the pattern, for the cover for the pattern. But I'm going to have to stop everything else I'm doing for to sit down and write it and try to sort out, because I do have some other patterns that's finished as well, and I just need to sort them out and get them written out. It's just getting around to doing it, because it does take quite a long time to write them out. And then I have to sort the picture out and get it. I have to put it through quite a few processes to get it the size of the size pattern that I do. That's like an A4 sheet folded in half. That's how my patterns come in that size. So I have to go through a process to get the pattern so it comes out like that. So you just have a little bit white all the way around it. That's what I try to do with them, to try to get them the likes of that one, you know, because of how many others on it had to be outside ways, and sometimes straight up and down like that. So it does take a little bit working out things like that. It's not just the writing of the pattern, it's the picture I put on. And I would probably not put a picture on the back, because I'd probably make the writing as large as I can get it, to get everything on 3 pages, because some people don't have, their eyesight's not as good as some others. So I can see very small print as long as I'm wearing my glasses, but if I'm not wearing my glasses, I can't, anything is just a blur. I can't read anything at all without my glasses. So there's a lot of people worse, you know, their eyesight's worse than mine. As I have done, 1 or 2 people have asked me before to do the full sheets like that, you know, the sheets that size, with, you know, like this would be all on 1 page, and what's down for the instructions would be all on 1 page as well. I have done that now and again for people if they ask me if the eyesight's that bad, and so that's what I'm going to be doing anyway. And it is my quiz night tonight, so I'll not get much done tonight. I'll be leaving the house about 7:30, because I'll pick my friends up about 8 o'clock, and then it's another 5 minutes up the road to the place called the Percy where we'll go to, and hope we can come in a little bit better than I think. Out of 16 of us, 16 teams last week, I think we came in 11th, I think it was. So anyway, I have another little video I'm going to show you. I've been looking at all my wool and what I need to do with it. I'm just going to show you a picture of the state it's in now. I'm going to have to pull it all down, sort it all out, because I had it all tidy. I had like all colours, like all blues in one place, all pinks in one place, all reds in one place, all whites in one, and they're all mixed up because I keep pulling things out here, looking for this one and that one, and can never find it, so I pull loads out and you just put them back anywhere, you know, and they're just right mess now. And I have got a lot of stuff underneath the shelves and that's in boxes where I've been using a lot of this stuff up. I can probably get rid of some of the boxes because some of them are only half full now. I can sort out some of those boxes as well. So I'm just going to show you the state it's in at the moment. So I'm going to stop this video again. I'll be back after. Just a little look at my stash. I really need to sort this out. You know, I've been pulling stuff out here, there and everywhere. And there are gaps up there where I've been pulling stuff out, and up the top I kept all chunky and Aaron up on the top, except in that corner there was stuff. Except that corner there was stuff I keep for myself. I think I'm going to take them down and put them into a bag somewhere in a cupboard so I don't use them. But I had them all set out. You can see I had all the colours, the blues and the pinks, and they're all mixed up now, as you can see, because I keep pulling things out and putting them back anywhere. There's stuff on the bottom on the floor there with the bags. There's a bag there, that's one bag where I put the finished things in. There's a lot of things in there I need to sort out to get sorted for the shop and everything. We haven't got room on the shelves to go in the boxes underneath here, and I need to sort those out because I've been pulling things out of them, and some of those boxes are half empty now. I need to sort them all out. And I even gave my wool winder a good clean. When I was winding, it was making like a rattling noise, and I thought, oh, this is going to go up the creek, so I pulled it off and took what bits I could off and oiled what bits, and it runs lovely and smooth now. I'll show you. No noise hardly at all. Before it was cluck, 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 when it was going round and round. And I have all sorts, I just need to sort them all out. I'm going to have to spend an afternoon and pull everything down and put them back up in the order I had them ages ago, because they're in such a state now. But that will be another video. So that's my wool wall that needs a good tidy up. And what's underneath as well, like I said, I can probably empty some of those boxes because of the things. But I do have a bag of a lot of things I've knitted, and now I'm going to have to sort them out and get them up. I probably have to go onto Etsy because I keep trying. I've tried to put things up on eBay and I cannot get past their special delivery thing. And it annoys me because of that special delivery. You could download their label. And I have had this happen before. Someone's bought more than one thing, like a couple of sweaters, and I would have to download a label for each one of those things and pay for that postage for each one, when I can put it all into one parcel and it's only one postage. That's another thing I don't like about what you have to do with eBay now. So they're probably, whatever I'm knitting and selling now is probably going to go up onto Etsy, because Ko-fi, for me, Ko-fi is a waste of time. People just do not look on there. But anyway, and another little warning for anyone who's buying my knitting patterns. It's probably going to take a little bit longer for you to get them delivered, because I put second-class stamps. The second-class stamp, it comes as a small letter, not a large letter. It comes as a small letter because it's folded, like I showed you. It's folded that size, so that goes into a small letter. And it's only set 87 pence for a second-class stamp, but it is £1.70 if you put a first-class stamp on. And by the time I paid for the stamp, the envelope and everything, I would get nothing from my pattern. So I put a second-class stamp on, so I don't have to put the price up, which I would have to do if I was putting first-class stamps on. But Royal Mail now have decided that they are only delivering second-class letters every other day on alternate weeks. 1 week it's going to be Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and their second week is just going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, and no delivery at all on Saturdays. So anyone who's ordering knitting patterns off me, don't expect them within a couple of days. It could be days now. It does say 3 days when you know, on the thing that they should be delivered a second-class letter. But sometimes I have posted them one night and the people have gotten them the next day, but I don't think that'll be happening anymore with what they're doing with, it's because of all the, well, it's the loss because people are sending emails now instead of letters, and that's what Royal Mail's losing business. That's just the way it is. So anyone that's ordering the paper patterns off me, it's probably going to take a little bit longer than normal. So just a warning for anyone that, nothing I can do about it, except use first class stamps, but I would have to put the price up to do that, and that would add about another 85 pence. I sell them for £2 on eBay. I would have to change the price to £2.85, and then you would have to pay the buyer's protection fee on top of that, so you'd be paying a little bit more again. But they are £2.65 on Etsy, and I would have to add 85 pence to them as well because I would have selling fees. There's no selling fees on eBay, but there is on Etsy. And the ones I have on Ko-fi, it's very rare I sell any on Ko-fi anyway, but they are up there. And they are only £2.50 for anyone wanting to buy them off Ko-fi. So that's just a little bit warning for anyone that's maybe waiting. I think, yes, I posted one yesterday, but this started on Monday, so whatever I posted, but it'll probably not be picked up until Wednesday now. So anyway, I'm just going to sit and do a bit of knitting. I may put my computer onto some TV stuff. I was looking on a site called Pluto TV. It's all free things, you don't have to pay for these. That's what I use. I used to have Sky television and I cancelled it quite a long time ago because I never watched it, and even when it was on, it was just repeat after repeat after repeat. So I just kept the broadband on there and my telephone, but I cancelled the TV. So I started looking, on the internet for all these free channels where you get them. There's quite a lot actually. But I was a bit bored and couldn't find anything I wanted to watch. But I had a look on Pluto TV, it's called. And I saw that young fella, well, he's not so young now, but David Hasselhoff. I think he was in a series called Knight Rider. And I remember watching that years ago and thinking, I liked watching it, but I think he's a good age now. I don't know what age he is, but he's quite old now. But I remember watching it and thought, what a lovely head of hair he had, all curly, naturally curly hair he had. And then I was looking through the TV things and I found something with him in called Baywatch, which it is a few years. I think it said 1989 it started. No, I've never watched it before. Never really fancied it. But I thought I was that bored. It's probably corny, I'll watch. But I was quite enjoying some of the episodes, They're a little bit corny and a bit, dated, but I was still enjoying them, so I kept on watching them. And then I was looking at the young girls who were the lifeguards in their swimming costumes. They're showing them these swimming costumes and the legs, where the legs go into the costume, go from the crotch up to the waist, and I think it just doesn't look nice. I'm probably old-fashioned. That's probably the way, where it is. I like the costume to cover a little bit more. But then I started Googling it and I thought, every single costume you see anyone wearing in that show, they were all the same cut of the costumes. The bikinis were the same as well. So I started Googling it and to find out whether they had some contract with a swimwear firm, and they did. That's why they were all wearing these same kind of the cut of the costume. They look different. Some of them have different patterns and things, but the cut of the costumes were all exactly the same. But that's just me. But I haven't been enjoying watching some of them. I'm going to carry on watching them, and I did a lot of research about it actually, and thinking you saw a lot of rescues where they actually looked like the actors that were doing all the rescuing and the swimming in these, terrible waters the way they were in Los Angeles. I think that's where I don't know whether that's where it was filmed, but I've just knitted across a row there and I've done the wrong stitches on that row. So I'm going to put that down. But I was looking at them, I'm thinking they look like the actual actors that's doing the rescue and that. And it looked quite dangerous actually in some of them. So I googled that as well, and yes, it did say that they were all swimmers. They had to be swimmers to be on the show, and they all did their own stunts, in the rescues and all that. And I thought it was very good because I had a low budget for the film of it. But it is a little bit corny, but a little bit corn's good now and again. Better than cars going, 100 miles an hour down the road chasing each other and things. I see them swimming instead. So anyway, that's just my little bit for today. So thumbs up and subscribe. I'll catch you all another time. So bye for now.